Okay, in this section we're going to learn to solve exponential and logarithmic equations. So first we'll take the exponential. So our first thing we're going to look at is if you have some base b to the power x and it equals that same base to the power y, well then you know x is going to equal y. But it works the other way too. That's what this means. IFF means if and only if. So if x equals y, then b to the x equals b to the y. Okay, so we can write things in terms of the same base and know that their exponents have to be equal. So that's one way to solve exponentials. So let's look at this one. And this is base 3. Well, I can write 1/9 as a power of 3. 1/9 is 3 to the negative 2. Okay, 1 over 3 squared. So I still have this power out here though. Power to a power I multiply. So now I have 3 to the x equals 3 to the negative 2x minus 6. Well, this tells me that my x and my negative 2x minus 6 have to be equal. Those two powers have to be equal. So I add 2x to both sides and I get 3x equals negative 6. So x equals negative 2. Okay, so let's try another one here. This is to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 2. And then you have this power 7x plus 1. This is 10 to the power of 3, and then you still have the 3x minus 2. Power to a power you multiply, and notice here then this power and this power are going to be equal. So I'm just going to multiply that out and set them equal. 14x plus 2 has to equal 9x minus 6. Subtract 9x from both sides, subtract 2 from both sides, and I get x equals negative 8/5. Okay, but what if the base we can't get the same base? Like here, this is 3 squared, that's 5 times 7. We can't get a same base. Okay, well there's two ways we can do this. We can go this route that we already knew about, where we rewrite this as logarithmic. Okay, our base is 9, so it's log base 9 of 35, and remember your logarithm equals your exponent. So 9 to the x equals 35. You can just rewrite it as logarithmic like that, and then use your change of base formula. Okay, so x would equal log of 35 over log of 9. Okay, but if you don't like having to go from exponential to logarithmic, you can just take the log of both sides. And you can actually take any base log of both sides. So I could do the natural log of 9 to the x equals the natural log of 35. I probably either want to use natural log or log base 10 because those are on my calculator. Okay, but either one will work. Then I apply my properties of logarithms. Well, I know that power goes out in front. So I have x times the natural log of 9 equals the natural log of 35. To solve this for x, I divide through by the natural log of 9. Okay, so let's see if we get the same thing for these two when we put it into the calculator. So we have natural log of 35. I think on this calculator I have to put the 35 in first. On the other ones you put the natural log and then put 35. So you see up here it has natural log of 35. Divided by 9 natural log, okay, equals. So 1.62, 1.618. So if I say to the nearest hundredth, it'd be 1.62. Okay, so let's do this one. Here we go. Log 35. So 35 log divided by 9 log, so it has it up there, equals 1.618. Same thing. Exact same answer. Okay, so that's just like, you know, with the change of base formula, that's why it doesn't matter what base you use. Okay, and again, you can do this whichever way you want. So you try this one. 3 to the x equals 15. Okay, so again, if you're going to rewrite it as logarithmic, okay, you could do that, or you can just take the log of both sides, or the natural log of both sides. Okay, so x out in front, x natural log of 3 equals natural log of 15. So x equals whatever the natural log of 15 divided by the natural log of 3 is, and doing that on your calculator, you should have gotten 15 natural log divided by 3 natural log equals 2.46. Okay. All right. Newton's law of cooling. All right, so Newton's law of cooling, the T sub 0 is your initial temperature, the T sub r is the surrounding room temperature, R is the cooling rate, T is the time in minutes, okay, and T is the temperature after it's cooled for T minutes. So here's your equation. Now we're going to use this equation in some examples on the assignment today, and right here we're going to do one. So here's my equation. Hot chocolate that has been heated to 90 degrees Celsius is poured into a mug and placed on a table in a room with temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. If R, that's your rate of cooling, is 0.145, when time t is measured in minutes, how long will it take for the hot chocolate to cool to a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius? Okay, so how long will it take? Notice that I'm solving for this little t here. That's what I want. This is where logarithms come in handy. Okay, so let's put in what we know. Hot chocolate's been heated to 90 degrees Celsius. Okay, that's its initial temperature. Okay, so its initial temperature is 90. The room temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. This is e to the negative r, which is 0.145 t. We don't know t, that's what I'm solving for. And again, the room temperature was 20. Okay. The other thing, though, that we know here, we want it to cool to a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. That's what we want the resulting temperature to be. Okay, we're solving for t now. All right, so let's simplify a little here. 90 minus 20 is 70. Oops. So we have 70 e to the negative 0.145 t plus 20. Well, I can subtract 20 from both sides, so I have 10 equals 70 e to the negative 0.145 t. Well, it makes sense that I want to get this exponent alone, right? So I can divide through by 70, and that's going to be 1/7 equals e to the negative 0.145 t. Okay. Now, at this point, my t, I have e to the negative 1.45 and then to the t. Okay. So that's a number. Okay. You could rewrite this as logarithmic right now if you want to, or you can just take the log of both sides. Either way. But this is log base e, so it's natural log. So this would convert to logarithmic by saying the natural log, that's log base e, okay, of 1/7 equals your power negative 0.145 t. Okay. Well, then to solve for t, you're just dividing both sides by negative 0.145. So my t would actually be equal to the natural log of 1/7 divided by negative 0.145. Okay, so put that into your calculator. 1 divided by 7, you're going to do the natural log of that, and then that divided by negative 0.145. Let's see, where's my negative on here? It is. Equals. So 13.4. So t is about 13.4 minutes. And that would be minutes. Okay? So again, we wouldn't have had to write it as exponential here. You could have taken, the natural log of both sides. And that works too. You would put your power on front. It would have just been a little more work that way. But that would always work to take the log of both sides. Okay, so now, logarithmic. Well, same concept. If I have log base b and log base b, then my x and y have to be equal, and vice versa. If x equals y, then log base b of x has to equal log base b of y. Okay, where b, x, and y are positive and b is not equal to 1. So solving this, because I have log base 4 and log base 4, that means this quantity and this quantity have to be equal. So I'm just setting 2x plus 8 equal to 6x minus 12, so negative 4x equals negative 20, so x equals 5. Okay, it is that simple. If you're taking a log and you have log, same base, it has to be same base, then what you're taking the log of has to equal what you're taking the log of. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these. So this one, I don't have a log on both sides. Okay, so you've got to pay attention to these. If you have a log on both sides, you can do that. If you don't, rewrite it as exponential. So you have to know these different things to do. Again, rewriting this as exponential, 7 squared equals 3x minus 2. Okay, that just goes back to what we learned about rewriting as exponential. 7 to the second equals what you're taking the log of. So I have 49 equals 3x minus 2, or 3x equals 51. So x equals 17. There you go. Okay, now with this one, again, I don't have two logarithms set equal. Even if I move this over, I still have the 2. Okay, so I need to get a single logarithm. Well, this is where you apply what you learned about condensing logarithms. Okay, these are same base, they're added, so that means this is log base 6 of whatever 3x times x minus 4 is. Now you have a single logarithm. Now you can rewrite this as exponential. So 6 squared equals whatever 3x times x minus 4 is. So 36 equals 3x squared minus 12x. I'm going to divide everything through by 3, so I get x squared minus 4x here, and then move my 12 over here, so it's x squared minus 4x minus 12. Well, that factors, okay, and we're looking for factors of negative 12 that add up to a negative 4. Well, that'd be minus 6 and plus 2. So either x equals 6 or x equals negative 2. Now, what you got to figure out here is if I put a negative 2 in here, can I take 6 to some power and get a negative 6? Nope, I can't. Okay, and in fact, you can't take the log of a negative number. Because remember, you're taking a positive number to some power, and there's no way you can get a negative number out of that. So this one doesn't work. Okay, so it's x equals 6. Okay, here's another one. One more. The population of deer. Well, here's my equation for my population of deer, where t is time in years. It says how many years will the deer populate in, how many years will it reach 500. Okay, well, I want the population to be 500. So I put that in right here. Okay, natural log t plus 1. I want to solve this for t. Well, subtract the 50. Okay, I want to isolate my log. Okay, so I'm going to divide through by 200. That equals the natural log of t plus 1. Well, now I can rewrite it as exponential. So e to this power. So e to the 450 divided by 200 equals t plus 1. Well, that means t equals, if I subtract 1, e to the 450 divided by 200 minus 1. Okay, so then you're just putting that in your calculator. 450 divided by 200 is 2.25. So you're taking e to this power. Okay, e to the 2.25. And I forgot I don't have an e on here. Oh, wait a minute. I do have an e on here. It's inverse. The inverse of ln is e to the x. Okay, so there's my e to the x. So e to the x, 2.25 is what that was. And again, on this one, you put it e to that power. Pretty sure that's what you do on this one. It's backwards. So there you go. That's my about 9.5. So it's going to take about 9.5 years to reach that population. Oh, whoops, minus 1. So about 8.5. So about 8.5 years, subtracting 1. Okay, there's your assignment.